everyone. Welcome to my another session for problem solving. Today we have a problem statement: design the Uber app for blind people. This type of question is being asked in most of the interviews, and I hope this session is going to help to BAs, product managers, product owners, and Scrum masters. I'm Ravi Mishra. I'm a product manager, and I'm going to walk through the complete product design approach here. Before starting this session, I would like to say thanks to Sunand from Career Stock for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my experience here. Here we have a one-line problem statement. How would you design Uber cab app for blind people? There are multiple cab services are available like Uber, Ola, which providing app for doing the ride booking. And these apps are designed in a very user-friendly manner. Anyone can log in into this app and select the pickup location, destination, take the type of ride and book it. And once the ride is done, they will do the final payment. This looks very good, looks very easy for us. But what about the blind people? How they are going to do it? So always the question comes how they will select the pickup location, they will select the destination. So this is all points which we are going to discuss here in this session. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Great. So we have a problem statement: design the Uber app for the blind people. Okay, so let's say the same type of question is asked in one of the interview by the interviewer. Okay, what is the first step for us? Okay, my advice: don't jump on the solution. The moment you are coming with the solution, you can't case. Interviewer is interested to see your thought process, the approach, how you are going to take. So the first thing, you are going to share your screen. Okay, if you're working on Word, you are working on PPT, share the screen with him. Okay, with the interviewer, and keep the session very interactive. Let the interviewer see, okay, how your thought process works, how you are approaching to the solution. Okay, so before beginning anything, you clarify your all the doubts, whatever the questions you have related to that problem statement, clarify it. Okay, what is the primary goal you are going to cover? Okay, what you are going to achieve with the solution? Okay, it can be a welfare related, it could be a process related, it could be a feature improvement, it could be a engagement. Okay, it could be a revenue growth. So there are multiple reasons, there are multiple goals could be. Okay, so what is the primary goal to have this particular solution? Then which Uber service to be considered for this? We said Uber F, we said Uber Cab. Okay, we have a Uber Eat, we have a Uber Ride, we have a rental service, we have an Intracity. There are multiple services are running under Uber. Okay, which service we are going to focus? That we will clarify here. Is this app for completely blind or partially blind? Okay, we are going to touch what segment we need to focus. Okay, so that we will clarify it. Then we will also check, do the blind people have any other disability? Okay, we are talking about the blind, but it could be a possibility the person has a hearing issue. They have hearing impairments. So what we are going to focus? Okay, we need to clarify. Are you only talking about the blind people, or you have any other disability we need to consider? Okay, what is the location? We are going to touch the location point also. Is there any specific for the location, country wise, region wise, state wise, anything which we need to focus here first? Then what are the pain points? Okay, so pain points we need to get it. Okay, so we can also suggest, okay, we can also do come up with some hypothesis, we can come up with the uh, own thoughts. Okay, what are the pain blind people are seeing? Similarly, we can ask from the interviewer, we can ask from the requester, and come with the solution. So these pain points will help us to prepare the use cases. In the previous slide, we were talking about the clarifying questions. Okay, we clarified all the questions, whatever the doubts we have, that we have clarified. Now what we are going to talk about, we are saying, okay, for designing this product, what approach I'm going to take. So we will have a primary goal that we will take in the next slide. We'll show what are the primary goals we have identified. We will have a user persona. So for the user persona, we will have a cab driver, we have a blind people. Then again, we will come up with the user segmentation. Okay, so we have a blind people, but what we have a blind people, completely blind, partial blind. So that again we will see in the next slide. Then we have a pain points for the targeted segment. Okay, so we are talking about the pain points, which segment we have selected for giving the solution. we will come on the proposed solution. So we will see the primary goal, then user persona and the segment. And for those segments, what is the pain points? Based on that, we will come up with some solution. We also highlight some of the trade-offs, okay, like challenges. Okay, what are the challenges if we are coming up with the solution? What challenges we'll see? Then we will have a prioritization and MVP. Okay, so we have a list of items. What are the items we need to take, which is very critical to start with, so that MVP will come up. Then we will have a success metric. So we already will have a primary goal, and then we will come up with the success metric. Without the success metric, we cannot actually measure the product performance or product success. Okay, so this is required. Then roadmap we will talk about. Why? Because in many of the interview sessions, they will say, okay, you tell me what are the MVP points. Okay, you tell me what are the roadmap items. So we always keep those things in our mind. Okay. For the primary goal, we are going to take blind user onboarding in Uber app, means we are focusing on the engagement part. For the user persona, blind user, we are going to take cab driver, and we are also taking the caretaker. For the user segment, we are going to do the segmentation for the blind users. So first, what I can see, that is a blind working people who commutes alone to work location daily, partial blind people, blind and travel occasionally, students who is going to colleges or schools, blind, traveling with their assistants. Okay, these are the points which I identified. You can also come up with your thought process and add your points here in the segmentation part. So now for this product design, what I'm going to take two segments. One is blind working people who commutes alone to work location daily, and the second is we can take the students. This traveling by assistance is still, these blind people have their own caretakers, they still assist them. But what I can see these blind people who is actually commuting office alone. Okay, and students also can get this benefit. Okay, moving to the next one. Let's see. Uber app for blind people. Why we are developing this application? Why we need of it? What are the pain points which we are going to cover with it? So here we are going to talk about the pain points. I have identified few of the pain points here. Let's see what are these. Get into a stranger car is not comfortable. Yeah, it is obvious. For a blind person, it is a safety reason. Are they going in a correct cab? That cab is going to the right direct destination. Okay, so there's safety reason. Multiple questions come here. Then struggle to book a cab. App is not friendly for blind people. Yeah, it is also obvious. Why? Because for us, let's say we can select the pickup location, we can put the destination, and we can select with the pricing, with my need, I can select the type of cab. And then once it is booked, let's say that the cab is taking time, what I will be going to do, I will cancel it because I need something on urgent basis. So I'll cancel that cab and look it for some other mode. But these all the things can we expect from a blind person? Can they do these all the navigations and clicks? Then we have unable to navigate cab driver to the pickup location or venue. So here it is very common. We are standing on the correct venue for the pickup, but the cab driver always call us to just verify, to guide him to reach to the pickup venue. But these all the things can a blind person can do, to tell the exact location. Okay, what is in front of him, what shop or any milestone. Then suppose we are able to guide, that blind person is able to guide, but unable to show your presence at the pickup venue. Let's say the cab has reached to the pickup location, but this blind person is standing at other side of the road, and the cab is at the other road. So how the blind person will know where this cab is standing? Okay, so this again one challenge come for him. How to know the cab is right with the right driver? So here we are going to talk about the verify. Okay, so we have OTP, but how this we can expect from the blind person to read the or tell the OTP to the driver? Okay, so we need some verification. Okay, before going to checking into the cab, blind person can verify, is this the correct cab where that blind person had opted or not. Then SOS feature on multiple clicks. Yeah, this is in the current application. We can navigate, we can use the SOS. But for the for this blind person, one click away, can we give this option? No proper updates while adding in cab to the destination. So here we are talking about for us, for me, if suppose I'm in a cab, I can keep checking my app and see how much time I'll take to reach to the destination. Okay, and am I going to the correct route or not? So that all comes in my app, so that uh, show me the complete map. But for a blind person, how that person will know? Okay, so there is no proper update for him or her. Then trip summary, estimate versus actual. This is common. I booked a cab with 100 rupees, but the once this trip is completed, I got a bill of 150 or 200 rupees. Okay, so for me, what I can do, I can check any long route has that driver has taken, or what is the reason. But the blind person, how they will tell, okay, you have taken a long route, you took the wrong direction. So this is again, they will not be able to justify. Okay, so this is our few pain points. Okay, let's see for the further solution. In previous sections, we discussed about the problem statements, we raised clarifying questions, we also discussed on the user persona, user segmentation. Here, we are reaching towards the solutioning. We have identified location, that is North India. We are going to target this location for this app which we are working on it. Then we have identified the app which OS we need to support, that is Android. Then Uber service, that we are going to take Uber rides. And what segment we are going to take? That we are going to take the blind working people who commutes alone to work location daily. And we also considering students. The primary goal, which is already highlighted in the previous section, that is blind users onboarding in Uber app. That is, we are talking about the engagements. And the most critical part is app UI redesign and feature improvements. Okay, let's move to the next slide. So here I have identified few of the use cases. For you, be very careful when you are coming with your use cases. It should be connected with the primary goal and it should resolve all the pain points. So whatever the pain points I was discussing in the previous slide, here I'm going to resolve it. Okay. So the first and most important thing is we need to redesign the Uber app, which is very specific to blind people. They can do the booking of a cab, they can cancel the cab, they can call to the driver, they can perform the SOS function, and we can actually bring more features into it. Okay, then send the current location with image. So we were talking about the blind person is not able to tell the exact location where he or she is standing, and they are not able to guide to the driver, okay, to the pickup venue. So what we can actually plan here, we can plan to take an image of the surrounding, or they can take a selfie, and this data will go with the current location, okay, to the driver. Then we can bring one functionality, multicolor flashlight, which actually how it will trigger, what I am planning here, uh, on a distance, let's say 200-meter or 300-meter, this my handheld device, like my phone device, will automatically, this flashlight will trigger and it will come up with the color, and that blind person can actually raise his hand and can show, okay, I'm standing here, and this flashlight will help to the driver to reach to this pickup venue. Then verification before getting car, to know the car number and driver name. So we need to come up with some the verification. I'll uh, cover this point in the next slide where I'm talking about the MVP. Okay. Then regular updates on the road. I was discussing about if I'm taking a ride, I can simply check my app and see when I'm going to reach and the destination I'm going, is it right or not. But for the blind person, how we can bring this? So this also I'll take into the next slide. I'll show you. Okay, trip summary and highlight if any deviation from estimate versus actual. So this again, this is very specific to blind person, where we can say, okay, the estimated amount what came and what difference is coming, some justification we can tell to the blind person. Okay, so they can take appropriate action if it is required. Great. So we have reached MVP, minimum viable product. Here I have identified few of the user stories with which we can start the development and focus on the first shippable product. Okay. Here, before starting this MVP, I just wanted to highlight few assumptions. First, these all the blind people are Android users. They have already downloaded this Uber app through Play Store. They have done the sign up, and for auto payment, they have added the payment option in this app. And one more thing which I want to highlight, that this since I'm taking the location as North India, so this app will support Hindi and English for voice assistance and voice command. Okay, later on we will keep adding other languages. Now, for the user journey, so what are the things we will be doing with this Uber app? First, once we logged into this app, so we'll do the booking, get the booking detail of this cab, and if suppose I don't require this cab, I can do the cancel. And last is, if I'm going with this cab ride, once this ride is over, we will do the payment. Okay, so these are the things which we are going to do. Similarly, here also we will cover these all the scenarios. Since it is very focused towards this blind users, so we have come up with the way which can actually help blind users to navigate and perform actions on this Uber app. So first screen, this is a blind people specific, that is a blank screen will come. Okay, so here suppose this user wants to do the booking. First, this person will do the swipe right. Once this swipe right is done, okay, it trigger, it says booking is initiated, and the source location will auto collect it through the blind user's phone via this GPS. Okay, and this Uber app will tell about the what location is taken as a source. Then Uber app will ask about the destination, which blind user will give the voice command and tell about the destination. If this destination is collected correctly, blind user will do swipe right as a confirmation. If suppose this information is not taken correctly, blind user will do swipe left as a reattempt for giving this destination. Let's say this blind user has taken a swipe right as a confirmation for this destination. What Uber app will do will take the lowest cab rate available ride, okay, and will tell about this much time it will take. Okay, this is the first plan what I'm going with. So if this blind user is convinced with this information, this user will do swipe right as a confirmation. If suppose this blind user not comfortable, or this cab is taking longer time, or the price is high, so this person will do swipe left. Now, once this ride is confirmed by swipe right, Uber app will give the booking confirmation detail, cab cab number, the cab number, then we'll have a driver name, the arrival time, and what amount this person is going to pay. So this all information will come on this through this voice assistance by this app. And since this is all the sequential process, if you see, proceeding to the next level, we are doing swipe right, and going back or canceling, we are using swipe left. Okay, so once this cab is done, confirmation is done, here we have an option, re-listen this message, this booking detail. So how it can be done? In the same, when it is landing to the last after the confirmation of this cab, this we are giving a long hold option, okay, on the Uber app screen. Okay, when the blind user will do long hold, press the long hold, uh, this app will repeat the message about the cab detail. And again, in the same screen, we are giving a call to driver option. Okay, this person, blind person, if suppose he wants to talk to the driver, just say call to driver, and this call will go directly to the will connect to the cab driver, and this blind user can discuss or can talk with him. Now, this all what we have seen, this is very specific for your blind user. And since I have said we have a two user persona, one is blind user and other is cab driver. So now here the use case, what you can see, that is auto trigger the flashlight. Okay, multicolor flashlight. This will work how it is when this cab driver cab will reach or approach to the blind person and it is in 300-meter range, that is configurable, we can plan later. Okay, so this is my just idea here. So 300 meter, when it is approaching to the blind person, this device, phone device of this blind user will vibrate and show the will trigger the flashlight, okay, with multi-class. So this blind user can raise his hand and just show the flashlight. So this will help to the cab driver to reach to the pickup point. Then this is all done. Now the point comes is verification. How this blind person will do the verification. So currently in this MVP, we are going with the Braille language. So this cab driver will have the ID card, which is supporting Braille, and this blind user will just go do the verification of that ID card, and then further, uh, if this blind person is convinced with this information, will take the booking, means get into the cab, otherwise swipe left for cancellation. Now final, once this cab ride is done, they can do the payment by app or by cash. So here we are going to talk about the challenges. Why these challenges are coming? Basically, we already taken all the measures, like when we are talking about the problem statement, we went into the pain points, then we came up with some solutions. So why these challenges? Yeah, so this also we have to highlight, is there any challenges we are forcing it? Okay, and in many of the interviews, you are coming with some solution, interviewer will still ask about some challenges. What are the trade-offs you are seeing here with this proposal? Okay, so for that, I have added few of the options like voice assistance. Okay, that will not be accurate. Reason can be many. Means the voice which the person is saying, that is not recognized by the app, or the surrounding there, the crowd is there nearby, which because of that noise it is not clear, or voice command is not working. Okay, then we are doing some swap. There will be lots of confusion for this blind person also. Do I do swipe right or left, and what to do next? So that again, that may go wrong. Okay, and one more thing which we have seen, if since majorly we are going to use Google Map, okay, for navigation. So many of the cases we have seen this navigation also not effective. Okay, it will give the wrong information when you are selecting some location, it is not taken properly, or the pickup location is not taken correctly. So that accuracy issue may come, okay, for the Google Map related navigation. So this is some challenges I have identified here. Here's success metric for any product, it is very much required. Okay, it will help us to know how my product is performing and its engagement by the end users. Okay, it is also helping us for the continuous improvement of this product. Here I have identified few of the success metric for my product which I am working on it, that is designing Uber app for blind people. Okay, here this is a North Star metric which I have taken blind users right per week, and business metric here I have taken like percentage blind users onboarded on app per week, successfully completed trip, cancel trip by user, number of SOS button attempts, rights per blind users per week. So these are the business metric which I have taken here. Okay, and user experience metric like source and destination search is not accurate. So this is one metric which I have taken, cab unavailability for the trip, and the one thing, trip cancelled by driver, because this is here I have taken for the user, and user experience I have taken like trip is cancelled by the driver. Tech metric I'm taking a delay in app response. Okay, and voice and swap accuracy or navigation, that is not. So those are the tech metric I am taking related to accuracy. Okay, product roadmap. Be ready with your product roadmap items. Okay, in most of the interviews, when you are coming with some solution, interviewer will always ask about what is the roadmap of your item, because you already identified your MVP. You have identified your user stories which can be taken for the first shippable product. But what about the next? Okay, so in the previous slide, we were talking about MVP. We identified for the user stories, and we also focused on the first shippable product. Now, if we go back to the pain points and the use cases which we identified, those whatever items we could not take in the MVP, those we can bring here. Like you can see, we have taken SOS feature on one click, route status updates by voice assistance, and some more features I have added here, like route deviation, misroute alarm. Okay, and if the cab is stayed longer than expected. Okay, so these are the things which we have taken under the product roadmap. Okay, that's all for the today's session. We saw how to approach to the solution on a given problem statement, and that's all from my end. And please support Career Stock. Do like, do subscribe. Thank you everyone.